Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matthew Vick, and this is the JoJo Lena. And you better subscribe if you haven't yet. And JoJo, what are we going to talk about in this video right here?
Well, you know, we asked and you answered. So today we are going to break down on how we price.
How we price. There's two different kind of haulers. There's bottom feeders and there's haulers and ballers. What type of hauler do you want to be? Now let's get to the video. Now, the very first thing you want to do when it comes to pricing and to figure it out the best and easiest way is you want to know how many cubic yards your truck, your trailer, your vehicle is. And the best way to do that is calculate it with a cubic yard calculator. You can download it online, and you want to measure the height, the length, and the width. Punch that in there and it'll tell you exactly how many cubic yards your vehicle is. And in the United States, people charge between $30 to $60 per cubic yard, and a cubic yard is the size of a washing machine.
And the next thing you want to do is go to your dump and get a price sheet. And this will tell you how much it costs to get rid of certain items, because you're not going to know what to charge a customer if it's going to cost you extra to get rid of a mattress or to get rid of a refrigerator. So you want to know those prices ahead of time so you can charge accordingly.
Now, the next thing you want to do is call around, and don't call Billy Bob that has that truck and trailer over there. Don't price check that way. What you want to do is call 1-800-GOT-JUNK and Junk King and go off their prices, because you don't want to be a bottom feeder. Keep that in mind. So call around and find out what they're charging. Now, we're here at the job right now, and check this out. This is a job, and the first thing I always do is make sure there's no tile or concrete in the bottom of the pile, and I always look for stuff that costs extra to dump, like something with Freon, an air conditioner, a refrigerator, and if there is, we charge more money. Maybe there's a mattress, we got to upsell and charge more money. So here's the job right here, and there's also more trash over there that needs to go.
And one of the first things you want to do, and you will also get much better in time in doing this, is walk around the pile, really take your time and visualize and kind of calculate how much room this is going to take up in your truck. Is it going to be a half load, a quarter load, a full load? Is this going to be multiple loads? And you know, you might mess up, trial and error, but the more you do it, the better you will be at estimating how much room this is going to take in your truck.
Now, something you definitely want to do is keep it as simple as possible for the customer so you don't confuse them, and it's easy for you and them. And how we charge, we have 4 pricing points. We have a full load price, a 3/4 load price, a half load price, a quarter load price, and a minimum pickup price. Now, let's just say we charge $500 for a full load. So on a 3/4 load, we would charge $400. Then the half load, we charge $300. Then the quarter load would charge $200. Then we'll do a minimum pickup for $100. It's gonna be different in each state, so figure out what your minimum charge is gonna be. For us out here in California, we charge $119. We ain't going nowhere unless we're getting $119 in our pocket. And a minimum pickup could be a dresser, could be a recliner, something like that. So hopefully that helps you guys out in pricing.
And to make it even easier for our customers, we make sure that our price is a flat fee. So we just give them one price, and that covers our gas, our dump fees, our labor. It's an all-inclusive price. So we show up, we let them know what the price is going to be, and there is no hidden cost. It is always that price that we told them it would be.
Now, when do we charge more money? When should you charge more money? Whenever you're in the boondocks like this. We're like 40 minutes away, so you might want to tack on $100 to $150 per full load because you got gas and you're way out in the woods. And also you want to charge more money when you have to fetch the stuff. So our full load price is about $100 wiggle room. Sometimes we can pull up to the pile and we charge them our full load price, but we have to go fetch it in the backyard or something, or in the attic, we charge an extra $100 to $150. So that's when we start charging more money. Now, other times we charge more money. Maybe we're cutting up a sailboat, knocking down a shed. Whenever we have to do something like that, like cut up a camper shell, believe it, we charge you more money.
Other times we charge more money is when you're dealing with hoarder houses and it's hazardous conditions, or you're having to, maybe somebody passed away and you're having to clean out the house and you're having to go through the closets and the drawers and things that are really time consuming, you would charge more money.
Or if there's a homeless encampment you want to clean up and there's a bunch of needles there, we charge more money. So there's so many other things we do that make the price difference, and we charge more money. Like
construction debris, we charge a little more for that. Number one, it's really hard. It's hard work. It's quite heavy. And so we charge more for construction debris.
Oh yeah, whenever I pull up to a job and I can tell the pile's gonna be a heavier load, believe it, I charge more money. So you should too. And especially if you don't want to do a job and you show up and it's a pile from hell and you don't want to do it, hit it with that high price and charge more money. So if you get the job, it's worth your time.
Yeah, I was gonna add that because that's really, really important. If it's a job you really don't want to tackle, hit it with a really high price.
And then it's worth your time if you get it or not.
Yeah.
Now, when do we offer a discount and charge less? Whenever there's a senior, we charge less. A veteran, we charge less. And whenever the customer's on the edge, we might offer a cash discount, or whenever they bring it to the curb, the price might be slightly cheaper.
And those are the times we charge less. And keep in mind, don't put a price on junk. Don't show up to a job and do the job cheaper because they have some cool stuff there.
Yeah, never do that. Don't ever put a price on junk. You'll show up to a job, you'll see something you like, you'll want to bring it home, but don't do it for a cheaper price ever. Ain't that right, JoJo?
No, load it up in last, or have a secret code with the person you're working with and just say, ooh, we can recycle this, and put it off to the side, put it in your truck last, and either, fix it up to resell it or take it home and use it, but don't charge less because they have something you want.
Now let's talk about big jobs, the ones that are overwhelming when you walk inside a house and there's trash everywhere, in the cupboards, in the bathroom, underneath the sink, in the backyard, buried underneath some brush. Those are the most difficult jobs to bid. So what you want to do is always give yourself some wiggle room. Like say the job's 10 loads you think, walk around the property, calculate it, and always give yourself some wiggle room. I would let the customer know it's going to be between 10 and 12 loads. We can't really see everything, and go from there.
Yeah, and one of the things that we do is he'll walk around by himself and I'll walk around by myself, and we are both calculating in our heads and visualizing how much space is this going to take up in the truck. And when we're done doing that, we'll go to each other and we'll find out how many loads did he come up with and how many loads did I come up with. And we are generally now really, really close. And that's kind of how we calculate it. We'll say, this is probably going to take between, 10 and 12 loads.
So that's something you definitely want to do, is have someone with you, walk in there, calculate it, and go per load. Do the big jobs per load. And if for some reason you think you're not going to be able to get the job done in that many loads, start breaking stuff down. A sledgehammer is your best friend. Keep that in mind. That's how we bid big jobs. Now, when it comes to quoting over pictures, some people are going to say, don't ever do it, don't do it. Always show up in person. Yes, it is better to show up in person and give a price because you're more likely to get the job. But sometimes when you're out in the field and you're hauling and balling all day, you don't have time to go look at a job and give an estimate in person. So what we do is we always have them send pictures at different angles of the pile. And believe me, some customers will shoot pictures where the pile don't look that big, but that's okay because we always say it will be around this price, a ballpark price. This is a soft quote until we're on site. And that's how we get prices through pictures.
Yeah, we do, because when you show up at a job, there's no telling. Sometimes it's way bigger in person. Sometimes there's things buried underneath and you just have no idea. So you cannot give a firm price over the phone.
And something I always do too is I'll zoom in on the picture and really look at it, and you got to ask the right questions. Like whatever costs you more money at the dumps, ask the customer, do you have a tire? Is there a mattress there? Is there anything with Freon? So then you know what you're getting into before you hit them with that soft quote. And that's how we bid over pictures. And you know what, JoJo? I have no problem at all bumping that price up when I show up in person, do I?
No, you do not. And that's the breakdown of how we price our jobs.
So if you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and don't be a bottom feeder. Until next time, we love all you guys.